Hey, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, subscribe now. Tune in because it's about to get real. Boy, listen to me, boy. This video is not to glorify anything. It is to talk about my past and where I was mentally and emotionally, and just basically to let anybody who is looking at this know that you're not alone and you're not trapped. So let's dive into this video. Back when I first started being into the life, I started for 3 reasons. Because I felt unprotected, unseen, and I just felt like I wanted some type of closure and I wanted to feel appreciated in some type of way. I was feeling in a void. I was literally doing it, going, not thinking as I was doing it, and I was in survival mode. I really felt like nobody really understood me, so it was easy to do what I was doing because nobody understood me. I'm like, it's no point in talking about it. I'm just gonna do my own thing. I'm not seeking any counsel. I don't care what nobody say. I'm just doing it, and I'm doing it, and I don't care what happens. I'm looking to get one thing: money and attention. 2 things. So the money, I needed money. I needed money to survive, like we all do. And all I was thinking about was, it doesn't matter how I have to get the money. It was easy to get the money because I knew if you're attractive and you can sell somebody a story, which basically was sympathy. If you can get somebody to sympathize for you and to feel sorry for you, they were going to give you some money and doors was going to open. I knew that was the #1 key to open up a door: sympathy. So if I let them know my life and I let them know how I felt, which was unwanted, unseen, unheard, and I wanted this certain attention, I could get it by giving them a sob story. Men, they're all not like that, but the ones that give you money are like that. They buy those stories. They feed off of that. They feel like, they can control you. But I, at that moment, felt like I had the control. Because if I gave you a story and you believed it, I feel like I won. And I feel like, I could get whatever I want out of you. And that's exactly what was happening. I was receiving and receiving and receiving. And I felt like I had the power. I knew I had the power. I knew that whatever I did and whatever I said, they were going to go for it. And I was going to get anything that I could possibly think of: money, cars, jewelry, attention, places to sleep. The list went on. Okay, so I'm getting all these things. I'm feeling good at that moment. I'm feeling really good. I'm like, any price, you name it. I had certain quotas. I had excuses on deck. I had all type of alibis. I would have my friends vouch for me. I would bring my friends with me so that I won't have to do certain things. I could hurry up and leave. We all do it. We all finesse. And me finessing, I felt like nobody really knows my life and nobody understands me. So it's my word against them. As I was doing what I was doing, I leaned into pain. I leaned into pain because I knew people bought pain. Literally, I was selling my pain, and I was selling just the fact that I was just such this broken-hearted girl and nobody cared about me, and they possibly have a chance with me too. So they were in pain as well, because a lot of these people that I was dealing with, they had some type of problem that they were trying to fix too, and I was solving their problem, giving them what they wanted, and they were giving me what I wanted. And it wasn't a good thing, and I didn't feel that it wasn't a good thing. Now I know it wasn't a good thing. But like I said, as I'm doing it, it felt right. But along the line, I'm doing it so much. I'm doing it with different people, and I'm literally having all these different encounters with the same type of person. I realized I don't really feel good. So the outside looked like confident, and I had a lot of money, and I had flashy things. But the inside, I felt guilty because I knew I was lying. I also felt empty because I naturally didn't really like these people. And then I also felt like disrespected in a way. Only because I'm like, they're using me too. Because I started to realize that they were taking all of my time. All of this time, all of this energy swapping, sucking my energy like a vampire. I just felt like, ugh, but I need it. And I'm like, ugh, but they're so annoying. I felt disgusted after a while because I'm like, look at all of this stuff that I have to do for the money. So now I was setting in like, okay, I'm getting tired of this. But did I stop? No, because I needed it. So I was in survival mode for so long that I would deal with feeling disgusted, feeling disrespected, and annoyed just for the money. So now I'm like, okay, so now what do I do? So I started thinking like, well, now what do I do? I felt trapped. I felt like I can't get out of this because first of all, then what do I do? Go broke? What am I going to do? Tell them, how can I break it down to them after they did so much for me? How can I do that to somebody who did so much for me? So then I start feeling guilty. So when that guilt came in, it really messed me up because I'm feeling guilty for not leaving somebody when I really want to leave. So I'm just disregarding my feelings and I'm just feeling for them. So now it's messing with me. It's becoming psychological now because now I feel like I can't leave. And I didn't. I stayed doing it. So I started to have an intuition. My intuition started to tap in because I'm crying out to God. I'm saying, God, I don't like this feeling. But I'm ignoring my intuition as well because my desperation made me ignore my conscience. Being so desperate for the money and the life and what came with it, I ignored my values. My values didn't even matter because I'm like, it doesn't matter what I value. I need this money. It doesn't matter what I want. I need to get it. It doesn't matter how I feel. I want what I want and this is the only way to get it. This is the only way that I know how because everything else takes too long. This is the quickest way. I was impatient. I was desperate. I was anxious. I started to have anxiety and I created a big anxiety problem. I had like an anxiety disorder. So I would cry all the time. I would smoke a lot of weed. I would do things just to get my mind off of it. I never was a drinker, but I would smoke. Sometimes I wouldn't even eat. I couldn't even eat until I smoked. And people who smoke, they know that. So it got to the point to where I'm like, I have to stop. So I kept beating myself up. Should I stop? Should I stop? But I need to stop. But then what am I going to do? I didn't find interest in doing anything else. I was like, no, that's not me. This is me. So I created my whole identity. I kept telling myself, this is me. But then my gut is like, no, it's not. And I'm like, yes, it is. This is me. It's okay. And it's me. So now I'm owning this. So with all of that being said, I realized what was really going on. It just dawned on me. I started to meet other people and they started to talk to me and they were like, look, we're noticing this about you and you're better than that. Somebody telling you, oh, you're better than that. You're this and that. And you're like, so what you trying to say? Like, what I've been doing ain't good? So now you putting up this wall and you're pushing people further and further away. You're getting defensive. You're being on defense mode because you're like, are you sizing me up? So now you start to feel like trust issues. Like you don't trust nobody. You don't want to hear nobody's opinion. You don't care. Remember, they don't understand you. And you're pushing people away, which leaves you by yourself to make your own decisions. And now you're just doing whatever. You just out there. You just wild. Can't nobody stop you. It's your way or the highway. And I realized, but wait a minute. I'm not a bad person, though. So why are they getting at me like this? No, you're not a bad person. You're just unhealed. You're unhealed, and people are noticing it, but you're not taking it like that. You know, you're looking at it like it's attacking you. You're getting attacked. So, of course, you have to guard everything. You have to guard your heart. You have to guard yourself, and you really feel unsafe. And at this point, now you know the beauty couldn't save you. The pain couldn't save you. The sympathy couldn't save you. People are still going to do you. However, they're going to still speak their mind when they're done with you. And none of that matters. And you feel empty. You feel empty. You feel like used at this point. So your attitude is going to change because you feel like, what am I? Ladies, no amount of money can pay for you. You're priceless. You don't have an amount on you. So don't even sell yourself. You don't even have to sell yourself. Whatever somebody wants to give you, they'll give to you. Whatever your worth is, you will get what your worth is. You don't have to sit there and deal with anybody. Nobody that you don't want to deal with. Because it creates something else. You are already created. You are beautifully made already. So don't worry about what you've been through. Don't worry about feeling trapped. Don't worry about your past, because your past doesn't identify you. It does not define you. Your past does not matter. That's the past, baby. Because if it mattered, I wouldn't be here today. If it mattered, I wouldn't feel good how I feel today. I would still be feeling like the past. So that's just my take on it. That's just my experience. That's what I have learned. And I know what I have learned is true because I done prayed out to God. I done prayed out to Jesus. He has mended my heart, saved me. I done really accepted the Lord into my life to feel worthy because I didn't feel worthy. I was waiting on somebody to say, I got your back. I was waiting on somebody to say, I love you. I was waiting on somebody to say, you don't have to worry. You don't have to. And I never got it. But when I start praying to God and I start believing in God, for real, not just praying out to him and halfway believing. No, when I really started having faith. Because we could say it all day. Yeah, I got faith. But what we do every single day shows if we have faith or not. Getting money is not having faith. Using people is not having faith. Scamming, manipulating, being somewhere you don't want to be is not having faith. It's supposed to be easy and not hard. That's why I chose God. And I love it. That's the best decision I ever made. And this is why I am how I am today. So I thank God. And I thank you for listening. I hope I helped anybody. And, let's just learn from our mistakes. We are not our past. Period, boo.